Hi everyone, this is Chris Yonka from Core Balance Fitness here, and if you're like most people over 40, you have a million responsibilities and never enough time. And if you're like many frustrated men and women out there, then your back pain is starting to become a real problem. To make matters worse, you probably realize that even though injuries can cause back pain, it's usually what they call non-organic or mechanical in origin, which means you weren't doing anything particularly strenuous and you just threw out your back for some reason. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way anymore. Imagine if you had someone on retainer, a trainer, fitness pro who's been at it for 20 years, who could help you achieve all your fitness goals, but without throwing out your back, staying within your range and taking that steady progression. With Core Balance Fitness, that's exactly what you get. You can join our live classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for an intense cardio workout with our app software and personal trainer access included. I'm here every step of the way. Plus, we offer programs like the Back Pain Protocol, which is based on my book, Help I Threw Out My Back, available on Amazon. Plus nutrition coaching, weights, cardio, core, and even flexibility routines. So, you're about to get a free preview of this class for the next 10 minutes. Enjoy this workout, and if you are interested, let's take that next step together. Let's get started on this workout. So letting it in, breathing in deeply, letting it out. Those of you joining us on the live preview, thanks for coming in. We started a few minutes ago, and thanks for joining us. We're starting in the child's pose. First step is to get your glutes back to the heels, and then we want to breathe deeply into the lower back. So just hang here for a little bit. Let's go about 30 more seconds. We want to get the lower back to turn off. Muscles can only do two things. They can engage or they can release. So right now we're releasing those back muscles. If you need to, you can bring those knees a little bit wider. That's one option. Take a deep breath and allow that breath to go into the lower back. Big deep breath in, let it out, and let's go all the way face down into a quad stretch. We're going to do a similar thing here that we did earlier for those of you who are on the full workout. First, we're going to do a regular stretch. So we're going to pull that heel toward the glute. We'll do this for 30 seconds, and then we're going to make it active. So the active stretch in 15 seconds. So imagine like you're trying to straighten out your knee, but your hand is going to stop you. So we'll get that going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold tight with your hand. Imagine like you're trying to straighten out your knee with your quad, but of course your hand, your arm is stopping it, but it will be active. We are tricking the quad into relaxing. So right now we're getting it to engage, right? Full force engagement, as if you're trying to straighten, right? If you were to let go, your leg would do this, right? So we're getting that quad muscle active. We don't want to just stretch it. We want to also get it active, because right now we're going to release the quad tension and go back into the stretch in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull it up. So you might notice it's a little bit easier. That's the goal. Again, we're sort of tricking that muscle into relaxing and releasing. And breathe. Glutes engaged, pushing your hips down to the floor. Keep your abs engaged to flatten out your lower back. Not too much of an arch in your lower back. You want to keep it relatively flat. Before we switch sides now, we are going to do some circles. So release that leg, release that foot, and then circle that foot around like this. So we've released the quad, we've relaxed those muscles, we've engaged it in a stretched position, and then we relaxed it again. And now we are engaging the opposite, the hamstrings right here. So you should feel the upper leg, the back of the upper leg. Big, big circles here. And switch directions. Good. Same leg, other direction. Nice and easy, getting the lower leg warmed up, the knee, the hip. Those two joints really getting warmed up. And then, of course, the hamstring muscle A lot of people have tight hamstrings, but they're also weak as well. So this is a very good way to strengthen and wake up those hamstrings without cramping them or overdoing it. All right, let's go ahead and do that same sequence on the other side. I'm gonna spin around here so you guys can see. Grab onto that leg. We're doing that regular quad stretch, pulling that heel toward the glute. So using that bicep to pull the heel up toward the glute, squeezing the glutes tight, pushing the hips down to the floor, squeezing the abs to flatten out the lower back. Do a little experiment. You can test out what happens if I relax the abs. You don't feel as much quad stretch. All right, now we're making it active. So relax your bicep. Imagine like you're trying to straighten out your quad, but your hand is stopping you. So a lot of work there in the front of the leg, making it active. You're tricking the body. You're taking that stretched muscle and then engaging it in the stretch. One reason why we have lack of flexibility is the body's trying to hold on and trying to stabilize the joints. Right now we are stabilizing those joints, so that's why we trick the body. It's safe as it goes into this range of motion. Okay, relax the quad again, back to the quad stretch. And overall, this should just feel really good. So it's a way to, again, tricking the body, but should feel good in the process. Feels good to move, or it should. If it doesn't feel good to move, you're going too hard. Or maybe potentially overtraining one area. All right, let's release and do circles. Circles here, good. When we balance the strength and flexibility of the entire body, that's when we get that pain-free fitness feeling. If we go too hard in any one area or overdo it, that's when we get those imbalances, and you gotta get a class like this to unwind those imbalances. So that is what we're doing here with this lower body. Let's go ahead and switch directions. Last 30 seconds here. Nice and easy, keeping the knee soft, keeping the hips soft, relaxing. Breathe deeply. Last 10 seconds. So remember, a few minutes ago we were doing child's pose. Right now we're going to go into an active child's pose. It's still not very intense, but we are going to start. Let's start back in child's pose. Hands are out in front, and then we're going to bring the hips down in between the hands into that arch, and then bring it back. Good. And then bring it forward, and then back. So it's still nice and easy, nothing crazy. We're not forcing anything. Nice. We got about 20 more seconds here, team. And then up next, we're going to either lift a light weight, or you can do the same motion without a weight. This is not designed to get you big and bulky. This is designed for shoulder health. So we're going to do rotated cuff with a clamshell. So elbow at your side, lift the knee up and down. Nice. So we're doing external rotation in the shoulder, external rotation in the hip. Lightweight if you want, that is optional. And we're going up and down here. Let's just do a few more reps in this range of motion right here. 3, 2, and 1. Immediately, let's go down. Stay on the same side, upper spinal floor twist. So you're 90-90 with the leg. You can keep that weight in your hand, or you can do this without a weight. So we're back to this. One of the best exercises to just open up the spine. Don't force anything. Let it relax into the position. And breathe. Good. Go ahead and close it up. Let's stay on the same side for just a little bit longer. Take your top leg forward, bottom leg back, and we are doing arm circles all the way up and around. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. Big arm circles here, reaching through the fingertips, trying to expand the range of motion of the shoulder. You'll notice how much harder it is to keep your fingers on the floor when your hand is behind you. You can allow your torso to twist a little bit in order to get that range of motion. This one should feel good. Don't force anything. Don't crank on the lower back. Let's go ahead and switch directions. So stay in that range of motion that feels comfortable. You're not forcing anything. We have about 10 seconds and then we'll switch to the other side. Do the same sequence on the other side. Getting us ready for the workout. Okay, go ahead and switch. Dynamic full body warm up. So whether you're continuing with us for the entire workout or you're just doing a quick warm up, dusting off the cobwebs from sleeping. All right, we got rotator cuff with the clamshell here. Again, you can do this without the weight, just like this, same thing. Don't need to lift that weight. 15 seconds, and then we got the twist, upper spinal floor twist. Again, you can keep the weight, or you can go without it. All right, we're bringing the legs up, 90-90. Take that hand up and over. 30-second hold. Here we go. If you are using a weight, don't let it pull you out of your comfort zone. Stay in the range that feels good. Stay in the range that doesn't force anything. You're not trying to crack your back or anything like that. You're just trying to go into a range that feels comfortable, and you're getting a very light stretch. And you can breathe deeply. All right, let's go ahead and close it up. And arm circles. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. Take that arm all the way up and around. Feeling good. So just in the last 15 or so minutes, we've hit a little bit of hip flexibility in the quad, the hamstring. We're getting the back, the shoulders. Coming up next is the core. So first though, let's go ahead and switch directions. We have about 10 to 12 minutes today hitting the core. If you're joining me for the preview, this will be it for you guys. If you do want to try the full workout, go to healthintherealworld.com, sign up for a 30-day trial, or just come back on Friday, join us for another 10-minute workout. Thank you guys for joining me today. All right, finishing up with these arm circles. Let's get you guys on your back. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Let's go hands behind the head. We have a lot of core coming up, but a lot of it will be core flexibility as well. So this will be really good. Let's arch the back, flatten the back, crunch up. Hold it for a second if that feels good, and then lower back down. So we're getting a full range of motion of the back. Make sure you're not tugging on the neck. Make sure you squeeze your abs, flatten out your lower back. And continue. We got 30 seconds remaining here. 30 seconds.